for those of you that know me, I live on just watching YouTube videos. Every now and again, you come across something special. And I was just sitting there going, like the Rag Reynolds video, I was like, you know what? I need to do a video on this. I don't know why I feel like I need to. Look at this gentleman. Just look at him. Yeah, so you know you're in for a treat. Like, Oddball doesn't do it any justice to what this man is. I've watched about, I think it was about 15 to 30 seconds of this video that he's done, and it is just absolute shithousery. If you take any life advice from this man, you need to be institutionalized. Like, you need to check yourself. And that's coming from me. Yeah, so I think that we are going to watch this man try to cook a steak, or a trailer park steak cookout.
So we're going to do a steak food hack. I haven't done one of those in a hot minute. And we have a single steak right here.
Nice.
Real Angus beef. It's a $12 steak. It's not super expensive, but it's not cheap either.
It's pretty reasonable.
I've let it thaw to room temperature. And to avoid making a mess on this nice clean stove, we're going to cook it in here.
Hang on. So, we're 35 seconds in. I haven't seen that far. Hang on. We need to just, like, I can't pause it. Can I go back? Hang on. Look at that. I'm sorry. Look. Bro. Like, I am not, like, you can tell in my background, I am not the pinnacle of tidy. But when you're cooking, it has got to be on a clean, like, surface. It's not that hard to clean, like, things like that. Oh my god, this is going to be a long one. He's done a 20-minute video. I could do it for 45 minutes.
Now, before we get into cooking our damn steak, we're going to have to add some ingredients before we heat it up. Before we address this situation, we're going to have to address...
Love the Mountain Dew.
Pan situation. We got some of this bacon grease.
No.
Bacon fat.
No.
A little bit of that bacon fat.
No.
Over a pan. And of course we need some country crock
off.
Spread.
You're not just using bacon. Like, don't get me wrong. I think as somebody like who knows how to cook, bacon fat has its, purpose. But in this sort of context, don't need it. Get rid of it. Don't use it. You just use your butter. Sear both sides. Salt and pepper. If you're feeling a bit fancy, you could probably sprinkle on a bit of rosemary and a bit of garlic powder or something like that. But no, you only need like a little bit. People wonder why I drink.
And grab another fork. Now we're gonna clean fork. We're gonna address the situation. Let's take a look at this gorgeous steak.
If you microwave anything, I will lose my shit.
It's not too thin, not too thick. That's actually
nice.
A decent size little steak.
Nice cut.
$13. That's not bad. Now we're going to take our fucking fork and we'll just stab it with our fork.
What are you doing? Stop it. Don't ever do that. You have a decent cut like that. Like, it's not the best. Like, I worked in the slaughterhouse also for a long time. Is that one thing they teach you is marbling. And it's called marbling because of the fats and all that. You've just ruined your steak.
That one in the sink. Now we're going to take our steak and we're going to add our seasoning to it.
Cool.
Turn the pan on to like...
Bit of salt and pepper.
Get that melted.
That's not melted.
And what seasoning we're going to add to our steak before we put it in the pan? We got some bone-sucking sauce, steak seasoning, and rub.
I want to touch on this sort of stuff. So you can add rub. This is just my opinion, right? Personal opinion. You can add rub to it. You just got to make sure that you put it in there and you let it sit for a bit and let the rub do what it needs to do, right? Anybody who knows how to cook a steak knows this. But you could also just do the whole old-fashioned salt and pepper and add a little bit of, like, chuck on a few herbs and a pinch of garlic. Like, that's all you need. Let it sit. You gotta let steak sit.
And some garlic powder.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Garnish the steak with some other ingredients.
Fuck me, cunt. You trying to kill every vampire ever lived?
We'll get to that later. There's the seasoning.
Gotta spread it. Spread it. Just do that. Just do that. Just do that with your hand. Just no. Okay, he's just gonna listen to the fucking grease. Just
grease and bacon, all that cooking in there.
the fact that you are cooking the butter.
Raw steak and put the seasoned side down first. So seasoned side down first.
Oh, he's doing something right.
There it is.
No, it's not.
Then we're gonna hit that top of that steak.
Looks like alien shit.
With some more of our bacon up.
No. No.
Does this seem a bit excessive?
It does. It does. It is. All of it is.
Cooking videos.
The fact that this cunt is not fucking 600 pounds bacon fat on bacon fat with a bit of butter plus the beef fat. Like you don't. You need literally. I don't.
Probably not.
I don't know, I got a little fucking spanner here fucking thing from when I was building shit at my computer desk. You need like that amount right there of butter. And then you just like that. And then you add that little bit more. It's not cooking, it's boiling.
Medium heat. The steak is missing something though. For cooking it.
Oh, what's it missing now?
I think I know what it's missing, YouTube.
If you say beer, I'm gonna hurt you.
Beer! We're gonna pour some beer into our pan.
Brother,
Goes without saying.
you're gonna boil the steak. You're not cooking it, you're gonna boil it.
Splash of beer on top like that.
I wanna hurt him. I wanna hurt him.
You wanna overflow it? Maybe a little bit more.
No, no more. None at all.
Okay, that's enough.
You only need like
So both
just
sides.
less is more. Has any person who is on the internet ever heard this saying less is more?
I barely cook the steak because I like my bloody to medium rare, so this will not take long.
It will if you boil it in beer.
Action, don't you? Yeah, look at that sizzling sexiness.
Fuck. Alright, I'll calm down. I'll calm down. For about 10 seconds.
Oh, look at that, it's getting all fogged up from the cooking.
Oh. Huh,
So
and it
far, I'm liking
miraculously
the way the steak
cleaned the
is
lens.
smelling. I'm not going to cook it for too much longer, but just long enough.
It's not cooking when it's boiling.
There we get a
Probably
nice
is, but
outside
you can see
sear.
my point.
And we're going to want to hold on to that steak grease with all the butter spread, the bacon grease, and all that beer and that seasoning. And the steak grease.
You've wasted the seasoning by boiling it. It's
Not.
not...
I don't want to overcook it because I like my steaks medium rare.
I'm fighting from saying a lot. Bro.
That's a hot steak. I would not recommend doing that by hand.
As he does it by hand,
That's
that
not
was
gonna
my
be cooked
point.
on it for too much longer. Just about done. I don't want to go too much longer on it because I don't want to ruin a good steak.
You already did, idiot.
And if you like your steak well done, then you eat steak the way you want to
But
fucking
you
eat it.
don't, however you want to eat steak, just don't eat it like this, dickhead.
Steak. Check the bottom of that.
Fuck me,
That's
cunt.
beautiful. Let's transfer it to a plate. Hi, Chihuahua, that's hot. Hold the plate over here so you don't drip on the counter. Oh, look at that sexiness. As that cools down,
I mean, at least you'll have a decent gravy. Chuck a
The
bit of...
liquid levels here are not looking too.
Like, if you ever... Oh, that's a bad pause. So if you ever have a pan like that, when you do make a steak, obviously you shouldn't have that much grease in it and all that. Just, like, bit of flour to sort of thicken it up and bit of, you know, flavoring or whatever if you want to add it. And there's a decent gravy. Doesn't take much to make a gravy. Done. Easy. And I can guarantee you $100,000 that this motherfucker does not do this. He's got all the grease there in the world and a boiled steak. It's not fucking sealed on either side or anything like that. I'm not a connoisseur of steak, but I know how to fucking cook.
See that? A little bit of liquid at the bottom.
A little bit. You boiled your steak. I'll get over it. Probably not anytime
You
soon.
can just smell the grease coming off of this. It smells amazing.
What's he got
I
now?
got some prepared right here in the can. They're already diced. Which, if you want to get fancy with it and chop the onions by hand and get all...
Hang on. So, if this is just like you're cooking your own steak, right? It doesn't take much to chop an onion. What, 30 seconds? You know, a minute and a half if you're not that, great with knives. You can just take it slow. You chop the ends off, you take the outer sides off, cut it in half, and then go slice, 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 and then you go dice, dice, dice. It's not difficult. Like, I'm literally borderline above the village idiot, and I can fucking dice an onion. Don't ever buy fucking cut shit. Like, buy the vegetable, cut it yourself. Stop being a lazy cunt. It's the same as with your sauces. Like, you could literally just use what's in that fucking pan and make it into a sauce. It's not hard.
Gordon Ramsay with it, cool, but...
It's not Gordon Ramsay, it's just normal.
Sometimes we don't have time to cook, so it's good to have stuff that's pre-made.
It's not do better.
A little bit more grease into the...
Off. Off. Oh my, I am gonna cry. I'm just gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Grab a fresh
I'm gonna cry.
fork and do a scoop of that.
It's even bothering me that he's using a fork to the butter thing.
Bacon up,
What, do you not have a knife?
bacon grease. There's a factory that takes and cans up bacon grease. It's a wonderful thing.
It's
One
not.
of my fans sent me this.
That bothers me so much because a troll has sent that to you.
No,
Not a
sponsor.
fan, a troll.
Now you get these onions open and just dump them in there. Nice and easy like.
I'd be disappointed if I was related to you.
Maybe throw on like a little bit of garlic powder.
I don't care how nice you are. Oh my.
Maybe some of that other seasoning we used. And you don't need a whole lot because there was already plenty on that steak. One little splash
Brother.
of beer in there.
You don't need it when you already have it in it. Oh my fucking motherfucker. Motherfucker.
Roasted garlic, rotisserie and cheese on top.
Fuck.
To that we're gonna add bacon bits and gravy and those caramelized onion bits.
Wait, did he just say
When
gravy?
that cools off, we're going to add
Hang on.
a
I need to.
slice of those caramelized. And to that, we're going to add bacon bits and gravy.
All right. So he did just say gravy. Just to do the, continue on with the premise that I was previously doing. Use the f***ing shit that's in the pan, add a bit of flour, thicken it up a little bit. That's literally what gravy is. And then you can use it over your steak and as a sauce. If you buy gravy in a f***ing jar, pre-made, I don't want to be your friend. Got bacon bits in a fucking salt shaker and fucking Heinz home-style brown gravy. Don't get me wrong. Heinz ketchup, Heinz tomato sauce, they're two different things. Like, gold tier. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're great. But if you're buying gravy in a fucking jar, you need to be uppercutted.
And those caramelized onion bits.
And also, don't waste so much beer, too. Like I'm drinking beer right now. It is great. Tui's extra dry. Like, when you're using beer to cook, it's a dribble. You put your thumb over the end of the fucking glass bottle and you just go, just a little bit. Don't do what this stiff idiot's doing.
When that cools off, we're going to add a pre-made slice.
Making me mad.
of this fish.
Fuck
This
off.
is
We're gonna
bluegill
die.
Smoked
Bit of,
salmon.
oh, I feel sorry for the
That's what it
salmon.
is. Caramelized onions be like.
Bet you they're raw. I bet you any money they're raw. Yep, they're raw. That is raw onion. You can tell by the color. That is raw onion.
Stir. Get it coated in all that steak and grease. And
Look
all
at how
that.
much it's sweating on the
Also,
outside there, on the
you
bottom
add
right there.
sauce to it besides gravy. I got some A1 steak sauce that we can use.
If you use A1 steak sauce, it's
While
not
the
terrible,
onions are
but
heating up, we
it's
can
not
get the cheese
to cook
ready
with.
for it. Gonna cut this cheese into chunks,
cut you into chunks, you
and then we're
can't.
gonna microwave the chunks and just pour the cheese on top.
Fuck off. He's not just gonna...
Chunks don't gotta be pretty because they're all gonna get melted.
So if you have cheese, right? This is how you do it. You don't need to do what he's doing. You literally just would... You could refry the steak, or while you're planning or cooking your steak, you go, gonna grate some cheese, and then just, you know, just a little bit of fucking all over the steak, and then just let it cheese do its thing. It takes 10 seconds for cheese to melt. Like, it doesn't take long.
The smell coming off these onions is very nice. Still nice
And still raw.
Sauce layer in.
A little bit cooked, I'll give it that, but you can still see all the whites. You know, like,
28 minutes to make this, it ain't too bad.
didn't mean to make it racial. Sorry.
The thing about cooking is a lot of people don't have a whole lot of
The thing about cooking is you know fuck all about it.
time. They want something that's cheap, easy to make, stacked with calories, and fucking delicious. These bowl of the garlic cheese.
Fuck me, can't.
Melted.
Wait. So for one singular steak, he did that whole block of cheese. Now, I'm a big boy. I love to eat. It's one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, I wouldn't have had that much cheese. I like to shit properly. Anyway.
On top of our steak. Right after the onions are done cooling off.
Oh, there's your brown fucking gravy. Oh yeah, you got rid of the
Brown
gravy.
gravy is
Oh,
delicious. So I'm gonna take a little bit
I don't even want to hear it.
of our brown gravy, kind of pour some in there. That should be enough for the chop of it.
Oh, the fact that that's even in a jar is bothering me.
And to our gravy,
Fuck you,
add
Heinz.
some A1 steak sauce.
It's steak. A1 steak sauce is not bad, but just not the way he's doing it.
I'm gonna take the A1 steak sauce.
And
Stir it
shove it
around
up your
with
butt.
Gravy. Now we're gonna take the cheese. We're gonna melt it in the microwave so it's all ooey gooey. Then we're gonna pour the cheese on top and get that money shot right there.
Your money shot. That's a money shot right there. You could have this. You could literally have the steak like that, even though it's boiled, and you could see it like on the left hand like crest here. That it's not seared on either side. Have the steak like that. Don't add anything to it. You do not need anything to it. You do not need anything to it. You do not need anything to it.
I'll show you with the gravy first. We got a high-powered microwave. We're gonna microwave that goddamn gravy and A1 steak sauce mixture for 2 minutes. Then we're gonna pour the gravy on top of our steak. Then we're gonna do the
What's wild is I think that me and this man have the same fridge. What up, Fisher and Paykel?
cheese after that. And that is cooked. That is piping hot. So we're gonna take this gravy and barbecue, or not barbecue, black. Gravy and steak sauce going on.
Holy f***.
Oh, look at that.
Gravy should not look like that.
Fuck on there. Oh, goddamn, that looks good.
It doesn't. That looks like diarrhea shit. That is not how gravy should look. Like I said, all you needed was a pinch of flour just in the pan, just and mix it up, and then just pour it on it. Done.
Until we get that cheese.
You've made more steps to it.
Then once we get the cheese melted, we're going to drizzle it on top of our gravy. I mean, I haven't done a steak food hack in quite a long time, and I do like my meats.
Yeah, probably up your butt.
Goddamn, son. Now, after that 2-minute burst, I had about 34 seconds left, and the cheese was definitely starting to melt. Oh my fucking god. Sweet baby Satan, look at that.
Oh my god. Oh my
That bowl
god.
is hot
Oh my god.
tamales,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
man.
god.
Taking just all
That-
that
that
cheese.
That cheese looks like a
melted
store-bought mashed potato.
garlic cheese. Yeah, we're going to smear this on top. Yeah, the cheese is definitely fucking melted.
Yeah, but so's your fucking brains. Jesus
We're
Christ.
putting like all this melted cheese On top of
Can't.
a steak.
Brother.
Do a close-up of this action before we do our final 2 steps.
Oh my god. That looks like diarrhea shit. That is diarrhea on a plate.
Now we're going to take our caramelized onions. And we're going to drizzle the caramelized onions on top of that melted cheese.
This is a face of a defeated man. Just...
Now, a whole container for a steak that big might not be necessary, but it's like a bloody million calories here, but that's why it's probably going to taste delicious.
oh,
Scoop it on there. Drenched in fucking onions, no doubt. This thing is like covered in onions. I think we got them as much as we're going to need.
oh yeah, you're gonna kill all the vampires.
But we can snack on those.
You can snack on onions.
This just looks ridiculously
Snack on
unhealthy,
onions.
YouTube.
Snack on onions.
And of course, it goes without saying, some goddamn bacon bits.
Brother, some.
Damn, son.
He put the whole fucking pig on there. Yeah,
Not
just
quite the entire container of bacon
yes.
bits.
I was gonna say, just
but
use
that's
the
most of it.
just use the entire fucking container. Holy f!
Got a handful of bacon.
Oh my god! Like I like bacon just as much as the next person, but fuck
No
me.
way I can fit any more ingredients on top of here. The sauce is legitimately spilling out over the edge of the plate.
Oh, look at it.
The amount of grease coming off of this, astonishing. That didn't take us too long to make, about 46 minutes or so. But look at that, all the bacon, the cheese, the gravy.
That doesn't look good at all.
That just looks delectable, man.
It doesn't.
Some like rolls to go with that to soak up any of the excess gravy. That'd be
I'm-
a hearty meal for sure.
I'm not even remotely close to anything that's considered bougie or anything like that. Like, I've worked in 5-star restaurants, I've worked on resort islands, you name it. I would not let this hit my fucking kitchen table in my own house.
Like I said, this Blue Hill Bay herb smoked salmon, 100% real fish, fully cooked. 12 grams of protein per serving, no artificial preservatives, and it's gluten-free. I'm gonna sip some of this gravy off the edge real quick.
Who's that woman behind him? That's creepy.
I
Nope.
got most of the sauce off here.
Nope. Hiding. I don't know where the microphone is. Hiding.
Let me take a look at that sexiness.
I need to skip
I
to...
think we gained access.
So that's the final product, ladies and gentlemen. Diabetes. Oh. Well, that's it for that video, and I'm going to go and sip on a few, on this beer. I have a few other beers there. Just going to go and contemplate my life choices and remind myself that I should probably do my own fucking cooking shit to teach you guys to make sure that you don't follow these kind of stiff idiots. Anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and go and share this video around with a friend of yours, and make sure that they share it with their friends. I don't give a fuck